Welcome to our channel. In this video, we cover 15 must-know AWS interview questions to boost your confidence. Question 1. Which AWS service helps in transferring large amounts of data to AWS using physical devices? The correct answer is AWS Snowball. As AWS Snowball is a physical device used for large-scale data transfers, in terabytes or petabytes, to and from AWS when network-based transfers would take too long or be too expensive. AWS Data Sync is for online transfers, while S3 Transfer Acceleration speeds up uploads via edge locations. Question 2. Which AWS storage class is best suited for data that is infrequently accessed but requires rapid access when needed? The correct answer is Amazon S3 Standard IA. As S3 Standard IA, infrequent access, is optimized for data that is accessed less frequently but still requires millisecond access. Glacier is for archival use cases with longer retrieval times. Intelligent tiering automates cost optimization between frequent and infrequent access tiers. Question 3. What is the primary benefit of using AWS autoscaling? The correct answer is automatically adjusts capacity to maintain steady, predictable performance. As AWS autoscaling monitors applications and automatically adjusts capacity, up or down, to maintain performance and control costs. It works for EC2 instances, ECS tasks, DynamoDB throughput, etc. Question 4. Which of the following AWS services is a serverless compute service? The correct answer is AWS Lambda. As AWS Lambda lets you run code without provisioning or managing servers, truly serverless. EC2 requires server management, Elastic Beanstalk automates infrastructure provisioning, and EKS manages containers. Question 5. What does the shared responsibility model in AWS refer to? The correct answer is both AWS and the customer share responsibility for security and compliance. As an AWS shared responsibility model, AWS manages security of the cloud, hardware, software, networking, and the customer is responsible for security in the cloud, data, identity, app security, etc. Question 6. Which AWS service enables automated deployment of infrastructure using code templates? The correct answer is AWS CloudFormation. As CloudFormation uses infrastructure as code, IAC, to deploy and manage AWS resources consistently. Code Pipeline is for CI/CD, CloudTrail for auditing, and OpsWorks for configuration management using Chef/Puppet. Question 7. What is the default consistency model for Amazon S3? The correct answer is strong consistency. As of late 2020, Amazon S3 provides strong read-after-write consistency automatically for all objects, including overwrite and delete operations. Previously, it had eventual consistency for some operations. Question 8. Which AWS tool can be used to estimate monthly costs based on selected services? The correct answer is AWS Pricing Calculator. As the AWS Pricing Calculator helps you estimate monthly costs for AWS services based on configurations. Cost Explorer helps visualize actual costs, and Trusted Advisor provides optimization insights. Question 9. Which service is best for decoupling microservices in AWS architecture? The correct answer is Amazon SNS or Amazon SQS. As Amazon SNS, pub/sub, and SQS, message queue, are designed to decouple microservices, improving system resilience and scalability. RDS is a database service, CloudTrail is for logging. Question 10. What AWS feature allows multiple accounts to share resources and apply consolidated billing? The correct answers is AWS organizations. As AWS organizations lets you group and manage multiple AWS accounts. It supports centralized billing, policies, and access control ideal for large teams or enterprises. Question 11. Which AWS service provides the easiest way to run and scale containerized applications without managing servers? The correct answers is AWS Fargate. As AWS Fargate is a serverless compute engine for containers that lets you run containers without provisioning or managing EC2 instances. ECS and EKS can be used with EC2 or Fargate, but Fargate is the serverless option. Question 12. Which of the following is a security best practice when creating IAM users? The correct answers is enable MFA, multi-factor authentication. As enabling MFA adds an extra layer of protection beyond username and password. Never use the root account for daily tasks, and permissions should follow the principle of least privilege. Question 13. What feature of Amazon RDS allows for automatic failover in the event of a database failure? The correct answers is multi-AZ deployment. As multi-AZ provides high availability by maintaining a synchronous standby replica in a different AZ. In case of a failure, RDS automatically switches to the standby. Read replicas are for scaling reads, not failover. Question 14. What AWS service can be used to manage secrets like API keys, tokens, and passwords securely? The correct answers is AWS Secrets Manager. As AWS Secrets Manager helps you securely store, rotate, and manage credentials and secrets. KMS manages encryption keys, and IAM is for identities, not secret values. Question 15. Which storage service is most suitable for storing structured relational data with complex queries? The correct answers is Amazon Aurora. As Amazon Aurora is a relational database engine compatible with MySQL and PostgreSQL. It's optimized for performance and supports complex queries. DynamoDB is NoSQL, S3 is object storage, Redshift is for analytics. Thanks for watching.